Hello. It's welcome to another Business After Hours. Yeah, Kelby Schultz is here, of course, from the Mason City Chamber of Commerce, and I got Kent Birchka from Henkel Construction. How you guys doing? Good?
Doing great. Thank you.
Kent, is the weather cooperating okay?
Well, we had kind of a rough start. To winter in early December that set us back a little bit, but now thankfully the snow has melted and we're back at it doing a lot of outside work. So it's been a great late December and early November or early January so far.
Can't complain about 40-degree weather in January, can you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I just don't want the rain stuff like we had last week. Bring the snow. That's fine. Love the snow. I don't like the freezing temperatures, but I don't mind all the snow. I'd rather be pushing that soft stuff anytime, right?
That's true, but we don't mind 40 degrees either. We can put concrete outside and not protect it very much in 40 degrees, so we like that.
Coming up on January 22nd, it's Business After Hours at Henkel Construction. Where are you located at, Kent? You want to talk about that first?
You bet. We are at 208 East State Street, so just the block east of the Brick and Towel building, or right across from the kitty corner from the police station. So easy to find.
Very easy to find, and plenty of room for everybody.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, you had to build a building for Business After Hours, maybe.
Well, our predecessors built our building. Our building is very unique. It was a Carnegie Library built in 1906, actually.
Wow.
So it's a very neat building, and we're excited to show it off a little bit for the Business After Hours.
Yeah, let's jump right into it. So Henkel Construction's been around for how many years now?
Well, we started in 1892. So.
Oh my! You don't look a day over 100.
Well, I've aged pretty well since then, huh? Yeah, we're the second oldest general contractor in the state of Iowa, actually. So we're proud of that.
How did it get started?
Well, the original Henkel was an immigrant from Germany, actually. He was a bricklayer and a carpenter and immigrated to the U.S., found his way to Mason City and started Henkel, way back then. And the company has evolved a lot since then, of course. The Henkels got out of the business in the mid-1950s or so. And, we've obviously kept the name, and while we have a long history, we're proud of, what's important today is what we're doing for current customers and what we're doing in the current marketplace. And, we're certainly doing a lot to improve our company every year and try to give our customers a high level of service in all the projects that we do.
Been around a long time, just in Mason City. How far have you actually ventured out and put a bid on things?
Yeah, over our history, we've worked in a lot of different states, from California to the East Coast, and to Texas, and
you're nationwide. Wow.
Yes, we have been over the years. Thankfully, recently we've been able to find enough work fairly regionally here. So we have an office in Ames, Iowa, as well. Mm-hmm. So we do a lot of work in Central Iowa, and that's certainly helped to expand our footprint down there. But we still cover the state of Iowa quite well, and occasionally for certain customers, we'll travel outside of Iowa, just depending on the project and where they may take us.
Speaking of those projects right here in River City, why don't you name a couple of big ones that you're part of right now?
Absolutely. We're proud to be a part of the Home to Suites Hotel that's under construction just south of Southbridge Mall. That's been obviously a long time in the works, but we're happy to be underway and going vertical now. You've seen probably some tall scaffold towers that have been covered with plastic, but those are the stair towers and the elevator shafts. We've got to get those up in the air first, and then we'll start with wood framing around that. So that's a great project for the city for a lot of different reasons, of course.
How many times have you been asked the question, when are we going to get the Skyway to somewhere?
I can't count the number of times, but I'm glad I finally have an answer now.
Exactly.
And it's great yes, it'll be great to get it connected.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
When is that supposed to be all said and done, you think?
Well, about a year from now,
Okay.
should be wrapping up. Yep.
Right.
So we're hoping for some mild weather the rest of the winter so we can continue on.
Kelby, I think we're all getting excited about that.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
here for Mason City, it's going to really, I mean, that whole just look for downtown is just going to be really, I think, capping it right off. This is like the cherry on top of our Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
and those businesses are going to love the fact that people, because I don't think people realize how booked this hotel is going to be, because we've got something called a Great Ice Arena here in town, and we've got a lot of moving parts to a lot of traveling hockey teams coming in here. And in fact, and I guess Kent, you can probably back me up on this, because you build them all the time. You build a lot of different things. The fact that the bookings are going to come in before it's even, built totally, before it's even done. They're going to start getting 20, 27, 28 bookings.
Yeah, and this is going to be a unique hotel. It's an extended stay hotel, so you can stay
Right.
for a night, but you can also, if you have a commitment for a week or a month, you can stay for longer.
Yeah.
So that's really these will have a kitchenette in the rooms, and it'll really be set up to stay for longer than just overnight.
Has Henkel been part of a lot of hotels around the area?
Yeah, we have. We've done a number of hotels over the years. We built the hotel up at the casino, Diamond Joe Casino, years ago, and then we actually, on the heels of that, we built a casino in Opelousas, Louisiana. Actually, so yeah, we've done them near and far, and they're unique projects, but yeah, certainly something that we're well suited for.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting, and it's great to have you guys are part of history in Mason City for so many years. It's great to have you part of this whole thing, and as we all get it coming together here, so.
Yep, exciting times for sure.
All right, let's talk about business after hours a little bit here for this that Thursday night, 4 to 6, January 22nd. Kelby, what's going to be happening on the Mason City Chamber side as we kick off a new year here, 2026? Exciting.
We do. Yeah. A lot of things are happening. Something exciting we're kind of adding to the business after hour portion, and a lot of it is connecting people with the business with the people, and just networking. And we thought we could do a little bit better job at trying to connect people a little bit more during these. So we're actually doing a little spin on business after hours bingo. And what that looks like for us is folks will get a 9 kind of, it looks like tic-tac-toe, if you will. It'll be 9 kind of sections. And the object is to connect with 9 different people and get their signatures. And then in return, you get your name entered in a raffle for a prize. So we're giving away prizes. Obviously, we have our 50-50, our progressive drawing, but now we're adding business after hours bingo to the mix, just to get people to network, get people out of their circles, because that's what business after hours is all about. So we're trying to get innovative and creative. So that's something to look forward to on the chamber side of things.
Maybe we could call it bingo after hours.
Yeah, that would be another one. That would be a nice one.
Why do we love bingo so much? We do.
No.
I don't care. It's completely ageless.
Right.
I don't care if you're 8 years old or if you're 80 years old. You love to play bingo, because there's that chance.
Right.
That chance. We don't have that much luck with the lottery, so I guess we got to play bingo. So
Yeah.
that's exciting.
So someone that comes to business after hours is guaranteed to win a prize, on top of the 50-50 and our progressive drawing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Kent, when we get there at your location and we come on in, we're going to see a spread of food, of course, and lots of networking going on here. So you want to explain the food and beverages?
Absolutely, yeah. Just come in our main entrance on the south side of our building, up the steps. If someone is unable to make it up the steps, please let us know. We do have an elevator we can bring you in on our main lower level and up the elevator. So we don't want anybody to not be able to attend because they can't get up our steps. So do be aware of that. But yeah, we'll have plenty of food, of course, and some nice cold drinks to enjoy. So we'll have adult beverages and other beverages that we were happy to share. And yeah, we're looking for some good fellowship and some good business, some good interactions with some of our other customers and friends throughout the area.
Kelby, I'm going to start doing something different this year. I'm going to ask one question to our sponsor here, or to our business.
Yeah.
The Business After Hours. And that's going to be, Kent, I want you to put yourself into that Thursday night. What's going to be the number one question that people will ask you after, hi, how you doing, Kent?
Well, one question I've been asked many times in our building is how many fireplaces are in this building?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, we have, and I'm not going to give away the count here. You'll have to come and find out. But
sure.
Yes, this building, back in the day in 1906, I think it was probably the main source of heat in the building. So each level has a fireplace, and some levels have more than one. So that could be that might be our trivia question for the event, is to see if we can have any close guesses on how many fireplaces we have.
I like it. I like it. The other part to this is, other than construction, because let's face it, you get into a ton of different conversations with people, because I think people think that it's like people come up to me and want to talk about radio all the time. What is something that you love to talk about that you never get to talk about with people just off the street?
Oh boy. Well,
football, anything like that, anything different.
Hey, I'm a Cyclone fan, so I like to talk Cyclones. Now, talking Cyclone football has been a little rough for a while, but
what's going to be happening with you guys? Oh,
well, we're going to have a new team next year.
Yeah,
talk about that. But hey, I've got faith in our new coach, Jim Rogers, and I think he's a good guy, and I think he's going to put together a hell of a team for us next year. So we're looking forward to next year for sure.
You have a lot of Cyclone stuff around Hinkle there? Or?
We do. When I first started, there were more Hawkeye fans than Cyclone fans in our office, but the tide has turned, and we're definitely we still have a few stragglers Hawkeye fans, but we definitely have more Iowa State grads and more Iowa State fans.
There you go. Well, I wish you the best, man, because I know a lot of people are feeling down and out and just like, oh, what are we going to do and all that, but you'll get through it.
We'll be back next year. Don't worry.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Kent. I'm glad you joined us here today. Hinkle Construction, that's where Business After Hours are going to be January 22nd. Kelby, anything more we'd like to add, and what do people need to bring other than themselves?
If you like historical buildings, highly would recommend coming. I've been in there once, and it's a super cool building to take tours, so highly would encourage people to come out. On top of Business After Hours that day, we do have our State of North Iowa event, which is happening in the morning from 7:30 to 9:30 at the Music Experience Center in Clear Lake. So we kind of kick off the year. This year's theme is kind of love where you live. So we're going to be talking about housing development there, but also points of pride in North Iowa. So start off the morning with us and finish with us at Hinkle Construction. So that's what people have to look forward to on January 22nd.
All right. And look forward to bingo.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. All right. Thank you, Kelby. Thank you, Kent. Have yourselves a wonderful day and a week, and we'll get ready for January 22nd in the meantime. All right?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you both.